Welcome to a new video of the Parts channel. Well, I am going to make a small video to talk about the VM engine, the one that used to be mounted, Jeep, Chrysler. It also mounted, I think I remember, the Opel Frontera. There was a model of the Range Rover, Toyota, Land Cruiser. These models also had this engine between the 90s and early 2000s. Well, this engine had a very bad reputation, because they said that normally before 100,000 kilometers the cylinder heads would go. Unlike other vehicles, instead of having a single cylinder head it has 4 knocks. Notice, here you can also see the line that separates the knocks. 1, here would be the other knock. 2, 3 and 4. There was also a Great Cherokee that was the 3.1 turbo diesel that had 5 cylinders and it had 5 cylinder heads, 1 per cylinder. Well, I had one in particular. I had a small Cherokee, not the Grand Cherokee, the 2.5 with 115 horses years ago, and well, I sold it with almost 300,000 kilometers and the cylinder heads were the same. Home. Okay, that had to do with this vehicle to last knocks. Therefore particularly control water, antifreeze, the level of water and control the thermostat was well and water pump, hey, it will cool well. If you make it cool well, me too, every approximately 2-3 years I would change all the coolant and clean the circuit, but well, I do that to all the vehicles I have owned and those I have now. Well, that was the thing. If you change that, if it is cooled well, the cylinder heads do not have to give problems. The cylinder heads do not have to give problems in a car that was working well, but you had to be careful because this vehicle, for example, for those of you who have this vehicle did not have abs and so on, but hey, to walk through the mountains it was very fun, things as they are. Then of course, they already took out the CRD engine that all this improved. Come on, it was already a P either more reliable. Someone had told me that if those engines were ship engines, yes, in principle, these engines were also mounted on some ships, and of course, they did not have the problem of heating up. They did not have that problem on the boats, but hey, notice that many of these engines, the first ones, instead of cooling by water, they cooled by air, too, so they had to have some reliability. But hey, the question is that, if you are going to buy a Cherokee of the year 2000 or a Grand Cherokee, also between 98 and 99, well, these years, which are the ones that I know the most, or the Grand Cherokee 3.1, because you have to be a little careful with the water circuit, about everything that is well cooled, because if not, then in the end it will end up giving these problems. Check as I say that there is refrigerant in the circuit, that the thermostat works, that the water pump works well, and of course the fan that cools the water in the radiator. Well, I hope this vid